Today we are going to Victoria for a one-day trip, and our goal is to spend $1,000 as two people. That's a lot of money, so let's start spending it right away. I live in Vancouver, so let's take a fun way to get to Victoria. A seaplane, the plane that takes off and lands on water. Two tickets cost $240, which is actually on the cheaper side, to be fair. We could have taken the ferry for just $30 per person, but it takes over 4 hours to get there. The plane ride is just 35 minutes, and it's totally worth it, at least for the views of the British Columbia Islands. At one point we flew into a cloud, but it only lasted a few seconds. The plane is small and doesn't fly too high, so you can see the landscape in great detail all the way. That's Vancouver International Airport below us, and this is the ferry I'll be taking back home if we run out of our budget. As we approached Victoria, we flew over a bunch of small islands. It kind of reminded me of Greece. The descent to Victoria was quick, and we flew right over the city center. After around 25 minutes we landed, and then we just floated in the harbour back to the historical part of the city where the Seaplane terminal is. So yeah, the plane drops you right into the heart of Victoria. The city is quite small and the historic area is very walkable. I needed a snack after the flight because I'm always hungry, so we went to Chinatown, which typically has great food options. Victoria's Chinatown is actually the oldest in Canada, and it's really well preserved. Some parts like the narrow alleys, dark brick buildings and colorful walls gave me even a little bit of a Venetian vibe. It's beautiful and feels really authentic. We grabbed some pork buns for about $10 total. It was already 3 p.m, time to check into the hotel. On the way there we discovered a stunning harbour. Vancouver has nice harbours too, with even more boats, but what we don't have are these historic landmark buildings. Coming from Europe, I really missed that here in Canada. It was so warm and beautiful out there that we stayed a bit longer to take pictures. This is my favorite building in Victoria. Wait until you see it at night. It lights up very beautifully, but honestly, just look at the details. Fairmont the Empress, what a gorgeous hotel. Even the garden outside looked expensive. Before heading to the room, I wanted to show you the highlight of the garden. I visited Victoria in early April, so it wasn't super green yet, but it was cherry blossom season. I definitely want to come here in the fall to see how the garden changes. Inside, the lobby had a signature art piece at the ceiling. The hallways were understated but elegant. The room cost $380 a night. In hotels like this, I love all the little design details. I didn't get a harbor view. Those rooms were double the price, and that would have totally destroyed my budget, leaving me without any food for these 2 days. Back when we landed, I noticed a really popular fish and chips place right on the water. It's probably the only place in Victoria that actually has a lineup, so I had to try it. The food was delicious, I love cod, and the salad was super fresh too. Eating outside during sunset made it feel even better. That meal cost $40. By 7 p.m, the sun was going down, giving the city these golden lights. For dinner, we chose an Italian spot with live music, Pagliacci's. I always order a meat and cheese board as an appetizer. It says a lot about the quality of a place. This one was great, and we enjoyed the whole meal. Dinner for two came to $130. The next day, unfortunately, I couldn't sleep in, because breakfast was already waiting for me in bed. I couldn't resist the delicious smells of warm food right next to me. That was $60. After checking out, we went for a beautiful walk downtown. Victoria has an old tea drinking tradition. I didn't have enough money left for traditional afternoon tea at the Empress Hotel. That would have been over $250 for two people after tax and tips. Instead, we went to Murch's Tea Shop, also a very old and traditional place. We got 2 pots of fine tea and 1 dessert, and it all cost less than $10. I also bought some tea to take home. Sugar maple is my current favorite. And one last stop, because Victoria is known as the Canadian capital of brunch. This place was recommended to me by a local. I had one more tea because I don't drink coffee and an abundance of food for just $60. With $70 left, we had just enough to take the ferry back home. That brings our total to 990 Canadian dollars for a one-night trip to Victoria from Vancouver. Check out my other videos and thank you for watching.